All right, folks, you know, federal judges can't appoint themselves president. And that's the subject of the riff. So by now, all sensible people will have heard about the judge who tried to stop the 2 plane loads of illegal immigrants being deported to El Salvador. I'm not a lawyer, but I think the judge is nuts. These are murderers, kidnappers, sexual abusers of children, guilty of aggravated assault, including cops, prostitution, robbery, you name it, they did it. The Judge James Boasberg, the chief judge of the federal district court in D.C., and he was appointed by Obama. What a surprise. By the way, it's a judge who favorably reviewed FBI Director James Comey's memoirs that endorsed the Russia hoax. Just thought I'd put that in. Now, how anybody could want to bring back criminal foreign gang members such as MS-13 and Tren de Aragua is truly hard to believe. But that's Boasberg for you. Now, President Trump is kicking them out of the country based on the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 and based on common sense. But there's even more to this crazy story. In a superb editorial from the New York Sun entitled "Federal Judge Appoints Himself President," and that's a title that comes from a wonderful satire from the Babylon Bee, the Sun reminds us about the burden of proof and the standard of proof. Now, marked in the policy manual for the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, it says, and I will quote, "In matters involving immigration benefits, the applicant always has the burden of proving that he or she is eligible to receive the immigration benefit sought." This burden of proof argument applies to the Venezuelan criminals sent packing to a brutal El Salvador jail, but it could also apply to the Colombia anti-Semite Mahmoud Khalil, who is now sitting in jail in Louisiana. And then there's the even broader notion satirized by the Babylon Bee's "Federal Judge Appoints Himself President" headline, and that is, how can a federal judge from one geographical district set law for the whole country or prevent executive decisions by the president who was elected by the whole country? As the New York Sun tells us, President Trump notes in a recent Supreme Court petition that more such national injunctions were handed down just last month alone than in all of President Biden's first term. I should say only term. Message to Judge Boasberg: you cannot appoint yourself president. And that's the riff.